The terms alpha and beta males are familiar to most people. How do you handle the situation if you don't fall into one of these categories? In that case, you could be classified as a sigma male. Sigma males enjoy taking care of themselves. They couldn't care less about what other people think of them and wouldn't waste a single second looking for validation, except for the validation they receive from within themselves. Could you be a member of the sigma male fraternity? I'll give you 10 indicators. Number 10. Unresponsive to authority. A sigma male's desire to follow leaders is severely curtailed by the fact that he lives outside of the social hierarchy. Nonconformist is also a word that is appropriate. The majority of people either have an inner desire to dominate and lead, or they have an inner desire to be a follower and submit to authority figures. When you are a free thinker, you are not bound by the human tendency to seek comfort in authority. As a result, you feel little or no obligation to accept authority. A sigma may agree with an authority figure on occasion, but the decision is the result of independent thought that has determined that an authoritative decision is strategically valuable in the first place. Number 9. Happy in solitude. Sigma males are frequently categorized as introverted alphas, which is an oversimplified description. This is true in the sense that sigmas are more introverted than extroverts on the introvert-extrovert scale. As a result, sigma males tend to spend a lot of their time alone. They are infrequent users of social media and do not require regular contact with others in order to be happy. As a sigma male, you are aware of your inner world and desire to engage in activities that are personally fulfilling, regardless of whether they are geared toward financial gain or the acquisition of new interpersonal relationships. Number 8. Adapts quickly to new situations. Sigma males are chameleon-like in their appearance. Their adaptable personalities allow them to adapt to a variety of situations. They can interact with members of a variety of social hierarchies without becoming a member of any of them. The fact that sigma males are not locked into a specific position on the social hierarchy means that they are less vulnerable when changing their social role. Although sigma males are not naturally inclined to be team players, they are perfectly capable of functioning within groups when the situation calls for it or when they desire to do so. Number 7. Treats everyone with dignity and respect. Those who identify as sigma men get along well with people at all levels of the social hierarchy. In contrast to someone who is attempting to maintain a hierarchical position, you are unlikely to have ulterior motives. The sigma male engages with others because he is genuinely interested or curious about them. Compared to the alpha, who seeks to dominate or at the very least extract something of value from others, the beta seeks to learn and grow. Number 6. Quiet and contemplative. Although sigma men can generally read everyone in a room in the same way that an alpha man can, sigma men will not feel the need to publicly display their brilliance, as an alpha might. Sigma males are known for prioritizing their thoughts over their words. They enjoy delving into everything, including their own experiences, emotions, and new information, and spending a lot of time doing so. Their time is spent deliberating over their own conclusions rather than simply accepting conventional interpretations. Number 5. Self-Reliant. The sigma male is driven by a strong sense of self-reliance. The character sigma is one who avoids authority. You'll look for a way of life that allows you to be in complete control of your destiny. Although a sigma male is not above seeking assistance when necessary, he is typically capable of recognizing and solving his own problems. He is confident in his ability to care for himself and is content in doing so. Do you know those people who are overly social and gregarious? It is common for them to take vacations, to throw multiple parties every weekend, to hang out at the tennis club on Sundays, and to attend networking events. In social situations, they thrive, as they get energized by conversing with others and delight in forging new social connections. In their words, it's better to be together than to be alone. They, on the other hand, have difficulty being alone. Some people even go insane when they are sentenced to a period of solitude. You, on the other hand, are not that guy. In fact, you're the polar opposite of that. It's not that you despise socializing, but rather that it drains you. In order to recharge your battery after a party or other social gathering, you must first turn off your computer. Being by yourself provides you with energy. There are numerous things you can do, as well as numerous projects on which you can work. When you are alone, you are at your most productive. Number 4. A high level of self-awareness. They understand what they want out of life because they have given it considerable thought and rejected the roles that would be expected of them in a traditional hierarchical structure. As soon as you are relieved of the pressures of working in a hierarchical structure, your emotions and desires take center stage. When you have greater self-awareness, you have a greater ability to manage your emotions and recognize when they are beneficial to you or detrimental to you. Number 3. Marches to his own beat. A Sigma man is not required to follow trends or perform in accordance with expectations. He marches to the beat of his own drum, not to make a statement or to impress others, but simply because it is who he is. A man who knows what he likes and wants does not require the input of society to define himself. He has an internal compass that directs him, even when he goes against the grain or causes some ruffling of feathers. And he's completely confident in his own abilities. No one has the right to tell you what to do. Perhaps you find yourself in a situation where you have to deal with someone in a position of authority from time to time. In that case, you simply accept it with a nod and go about your business. Because you value independence, you would prefer to be an entrepreneur and be able to choose what you do and when you do it rather than working a traditional 9-to-5 job, even if it means that you have to work even harder than you did before. Civil disobedience, according to the American philosopher Henry David Thoreau, is a citizen's duty under certain circumstances, and you wholeheartedly agree with the sentiment expressed in that statement. In order to demonstrate that you remain a free man and are not intimidated by the Big Brother government and all of its meticulous rules and laws, it is sometimes necessary to act as a rebel. Not to be misunderstood, you are not a criminal in any way. However, smoking a cigarette in a place where smoking is prohibited, cycling on the sidewalk, and urinating against the local police station after a night out are all activities that you might find entertaining or entertaining. Number 2. Often mysterious or enigmatic. In order to be a Sigma guy, you don't have to wear your emotions on your sleeve or reveal every aspect of your personality to everyone. Others may not be able to read him or understand exactly what he's thinking at any given moment. Why would you speak when you have the option to remain silent and listen? This is a question you ask yourself on a regular basis, especially when you see all of the people who can't seem to keep their mouths closed. They have no qualms about disclosing valuable information about themselves and their environment as long as they remain the center of attention. People who behave in this manner do not listen to one another. This is because, while one is speaking, the other is already thinking about what to say next in the conversation. Instead of yelling for attention, you choose to remain silent. It's perfectly acceptable for you to be in the background. You view your presence among other people as an opportunity to listen and learn from them. It is not his intention to elicit a sense of mystery from others around him. He's not trying to be mysterious or difficult to understand. He simply holds back until he is ready to make a more substantial contribution. The right kind of partner will appreciate his strong and silent approach, which can be frustrating for those who are in a relationship with him. Number 1. Flirts with danger. Because he is self-sufficient and does not always comply with authority, the Sigma man may find himself in potentially hazardous situations. He's not a troublemaker or a lawbreaker, but he's not opposed to towing the line when the situation calls for it. He is not acting in this manner simply to make a point or to show off. He has a compelling reason for doing so that is consistent with his personal worldview. He may engage in activities that appear reckless and aren't completely safe, but because he is intelligent, he takes calculated risks that he carefully considers before committing to them. Sigma males who are well known. You will gain a better understanding of the subject by looking at some Sigma male examples. Several fictional film characters have become well known as examples of intelligent, self-sufficient men who are unconcerned about belonging to hierarchical structures. Real-life contemporary figures demonstrate the characteristics of Sigma males as well, but they are more difficult to identify because Sigmas do not seek public recognition. Some people consider Elon Musk to be a mystery because of his obsession with his ideas and objectives.